Let's get to our next topic. We're watching a game right now. New Zealand and Iran are 2-2 in the 93rd with, what is that, 50 minutes of stoppage time?
5.
World Cup. One reaction to any game so far that you've seen?
I want to go a little more broadly. I don't like Fox's presentation of it. I think that it's a little too kiddish. I like how they're presenting the games. Don't feel like, to me, the World Cup is like Olympic-esque, and like the Olympics, it's very regal, ceremonial. To me, this World Cup presentation feels, and it might be just the American stadiums that they're in, very different. If you watch like European and even South American like stadiums, how they present the game, very different. Like it's almost like they're built more out. Ours, American stadiums, are built more up, and so it's like it just feels different. It looks different. The stadiums are almost too big for it. They're not built for soccer, in my opinion. So I'm not in love.
So one thing that I'll mention, and I only say this on the podcast because I also said to my wife, the funniest thing about the U.S. being a host country are these when they're panning the camera to the audience, like every World Cup since I've been alive that I remember, it's usually like a beautiful Brazilian woman in a soccer jersey. And in the U.S., it's just all old, rich white guys with zero rooting interest.
Yeah, Tom Cruise.
They're just like knee kicked up on their phone. And you're like, what is this guy doing? What is this guy doing?
They're Donald Trumping it at the finals. Sleep. So that's just it. And then the other thing, I'm watching the American game. Definitely wish that there was a British announcer. Like, it's just, I watched soccer. It's like I want a British dude talking to me and talking about soccer. I just do. And like, dude, you have British guys who are not calling the main games. They're like, I was listening to the game in Seattle. What was the 1-1? Belgium and who'd Belgium play earlier today? Egypt. Yeah. Belgium, Egypt. It was 1-1. And the announcer goes, "Oh, they're not going to be sleepless in Seattle tonight." Have you ever watched the movie Sleepless in Seattle?
I've not.
It's a chick flick movie. They end up in love at the end. But in my head, I'm like,
so you watched it a few times.
I've watched it once with Morgan, my wife. I'm like, is he trying to say that like they're not going to sleep because like they both wish they won? Is he trying to say like one and is in love? I'm just like, here's my thing. America's just probably not the best place to host the World Cup.
Just bring the announcers in from somewhere else.
I just don't think America's the best spot to. Sorry, that's just overarching. I love watching the World Cup. I love it. I love the World Cup. The most astonishing result has to be undeniably Cape Verde versus Spain today. 0-0 tie. Spain is number 2 country in the world behind Argentina. The only reason Argentina has won is because Messi and they're defending champs. Everybody I hear thinks Spain they're the betting favorite. Everyone thinks Spain is going to win. Cape Verde, 67th ranked team in the world, 0-0 them. And Cape Verde is so unskilled compared to them that Spain held the ball for like 40 of the 45 minutes in the second half. Like, it was just astonishing. And like, as soon as it's the only sport where I'm watching with my 13-year-old daughter, and she's shocked that like there's a tie. I got to explain stuff. And like, as soon as it ties, you have the Cape Verde people freaking out and the Spain people acting like their dog was shot.
Yeah.
And so it's just a fun moment. And overall, I do think that there's been a lot of, other than Germany, the top teams aren't super dominant in their very first game. It's an interesting. I'm curious to see if that plays out. Again, only 8 teams have ever won the World Cup, so it is a pretty top-heavy sport, and so tournament, and so it's been a lot of fun, man. I'm super pumped, and now we get full World Cup since basketball's over.
Yeah, quick one that stood out to me. I stayed up way too late Saturday night to watch Turkey-Australia because that's the U.S. group.
Okay.
In Australia, it's like the running joke of the cup, and they're horrible. They're not going to win any games, and their national
Australia
anthem
beat
is
the U.S. in a friendly a while ago, or did the U.S. beat them?
I can't recall.
I don't know. All right,
their national anthem is the Bluey theme song. Like that's
that
the whole thing, and like
fun.
And Turkey was
A
lining up to be what everyone considers the top game in the group between the U.S. and them.
Mm-hmm.
Turkey drops the game 2-0.
Australia won 2-0?
Map. Yep. So what I love is the underdog won. Turkey still looked like the better team to me, but Australia
capitalized
put the
on
ball in the
moments.
net.
Yep.
So that was a cool part. The downside of that is it was a 9 p.m. kick in California, so I started watching that game at midnight
Oh,
and went on from there.
That's when it started. Was midnight.
Mhm.
I thought there was a joke because I think tomorrow night a game starts at 12:30 a.m.
Yeah,
I thought it was a joke, but I guess
yep.
that's
It's
correct.
a 9:30 kick.
Holy frick!
I
12:30 it
think-
kicks.
Yeah,
Jeez.
I think